Genesis 48. Now it came to pass after these things that Joseph was told, Indeed, your father is sick. And he took with him his two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. And Jacob was told, Look, your son Joseph is coming to you. And Israel strengthened himself, or collected his strength, and sat up on the bed. Then Jacob said to Joseph, God Almighty appeared to me at Luz in the land of Canaan and blessed me, and said to me, Behold, I will make you fruitful and multiply you, and I will make you a multitude of people, and give this land to your descendants after you as an everlasting possession. And now your two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. See how he changes the order of their birth? Ephraim was the second born. And now your two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born to you in the land of Egypt before I came to you in Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon. So those were Jacob's first two born sons. And now he says, I'm going to, in essence, adopt Ephraim and Manasseh as if they were mine. And you'll notice as the Bible goes on, when they mention the 12 tribes of Israel, sometimes they leave out Joseph and they'll put in Ephraim or Manasseh. So they're definitely part of the 12 tribes. Okay, I'll just read that again. And now your two sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, who were born to you in the land of Egypt, before I came to you in Egypt, are mine, as Reuben and Simeon. They shall be mine. Your offspring, or your children, whom you beget after them, shall be yours. They will be called by the name of their brothers in their inheritance. But as for me, when I came from Paddan, Rachel died beside me in the land of Canaan on the way, when there was but a little distance to go to Ephrath. And I buried her there on the way to Ephrath, that is Bethlehem. Verse 8. Then Israel saw Joseph's sons and said, Who are these? So earlier on, he recognized the two boys, and he took them on and said, They're mine. Now verse 8 is actually doing something else, and it goes to identity. It says, verse 8, Then Israel saw Joseph's sons and said, Who are these? In other words, now he's speaking into their identity. And Joseph said to his father, These are my sons, whom God has given me in this place. That's how it reads. But it should actually read, These are my sons, whom God has given me with this. And he actually is showing his marriage covenant. And then Jacob says, Please bring them to me, and I will bless them. So now they're almost like adopted into the family of Israel. Now the eyes of Israel were dim with age, so that he could not see. Then Joseph brought them near him, and he kissed them and embraced them. And Israel said to Joseph, I had not thought to see your face, but in fact, God has also shown me your offspring. Remember, he thought Joseph was dead, and then suddenly he hears that he's alive, and he comes to spend 17 more years with him. Verse 12, So Joseph brought them from before his knee, and he bowed down with his face to the earth. And Joseph took them both, Ephraim with his right hand towards Israel's left hand, and Manasseh with his left hand towards Israel's right hand, and brought them near him. Then Israel stretched out his hand, or his right hand, and laid it on Ephraim's head. See, there he's blessing the younger son with the right hand. And that speaks of the leadership or eldership in the family. Who was the younger, and his left hand on Manasseh's head, guiding his hand knowingly, for Manasseh was the firstborn. And he blessed Joseph and said, God before whom my fathers Abraham and Isaac walked, the God who has fed me all my life long to this day, the angel who has redeemed me from evil, bless the lads, let my name be named upon them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. And that's exactly what happened to Ephraim and Manasseh. And I think you look at Europe, you look at England, you look at America, and you see this multitude of Christian nations, believers in Yeshua. And I think this is who it's speaking about, Ephraim and Manasseh. Could be wrong. That's my thought. Genesis 48 and verse 17. Now Joseph saw that his father laid his right hand on the head of Ephraim. It displeased him. So he took hold of his father's hand to remove it from Ephraim's head to Manasseh's head. And Joseph said to his father, Not so, my father, for this one is the firstborn. Put your right hand on his head. But his father Jacob refused and said, I know, my son, I know. He also, talking about Manasseh, shall become a people, but he also shall be great, and he also shall be great. But truly his younger brother, that is Ephraim, shall be greater than he, and his descendants shall become a multitude of nations. So he blessed them that day, saying, By you Israel will bless, saying, May God make you as Ephraim and as Manasseh. And thus he set Ephraim before Manasseh. Then Israel said to Joseph, Behold, I am dying, but God will be with you and bring you back to the land of your fathers. Moreover, I have given to you one portion above your brothers, which I took from the hand of the Amorite with my sword and my bow. Talking about the land in Canaan, so you will get an extra portion.